Hi guys, so welcome to my YouTube channel. So guys, if you're new to my YouTube channel, please subscribe. This is a new YouTube channel, and guys, the fact is I have already uploaded a AI engineering beginner playlist. I have uploaded one end-to-end data analytics project. I have uploaded almost an data science industry ready project, and within the time you will be seeing this video, probably this playlist would get complete. Also, there are very important data talks, so you can go through it, and data science project ideas are also there if you wish to incorporate or do any sort of project. So let's get straight to the video objective for today. The idea is very simple, guys. I want to come up with a playlist where I am doing Python for data interview. The thing is, I have seen a lot of you know basic Python, but the main thing is that you are not able to understand that how much Python is required for a data science interview. One, from where do we prepare? Two, since a lot of platforms are DSA based, and guys, you don't need DSA for data science data analytics based interviews, okay, or any other data role. You don't need core algorithmic knowledge. Whatever algorithms you need, I'll be teaching you right here in this playlist. So guys, today is the first video, so let's get started. So guys, see, we have a data frame. Let's just have a look at the data frame. We have a date, we have a column for category, we have a column for product, and we have a column for quantity and price. Guys, I think this data is self-explanatory, right? Which date, what category, which product, what is the total quantity sold, and what is the price. I think this is good. Now the thing is, the questions are, this is guys a pandas question, okay, so you need to do it using pandas. You can do it any how you want, but we'll be doing via pandas. So the question is, first thing is create a new total column that calculates the total sales amount, quantity into price. So guys, one thing is there, please pause the video and start doing it yourself. So let me start. So see guys, we have df. So this is how we'll create a new column. It says we need a new column total, and then guys we need quantity q u a n t I t y. So guys, this is the first part of the question, df, and we need price as well. So guys, I think this is simple. You guys must be able to do it. Let's just run it and see how our df is looking. So guys, this is how our df is looking. Let's just move to the next statement of the problems part. Let's just try to add comments over here. So this is answer ANSWER, answer 1. The next thing is, let's just move to the next thing. Okay, there is some spelling error, please ignore it. Let's just move to the next thing, answer 2. So guys, the next question is group the data by category and find average for total for each category. So guys, this is a very common question for group by condition. So see guys, in simple terms, the thing is, I have seen few people messing up with this problem. So let's just write category average. Okay, just guys know the syntax, right? It's not that difficult. Only thing is, first of all, you need to start by mentioning the data frame, and then you need to write group by, GROUP by. The next thing is write your categorical column. So what is the categorical column that you need? You need category. So let's just take category. And what is the next thing you need? Mention that thing in this format. So you need to average total. So total, TOTAL, total. And then what is the condition that you need? You need mean. So let's just try to see the category average. So see guys, you were able to do it. Now the thing is, let's say you still need this format into a column. Okay, you need it into a column, so you can write one thing. This sort of things are very important, guys. Okay, this will really give a good impression to the recruiter as well, that he understands more stuff. See how that category got transformed into a new column with the reset index command. Guys, see, these type of minor things you need to be taking care of. Okay, now let's go to the answer 3. Answer 3. The question 3 is filter the results to show only categories with an average total greater than 1000. I think guys, this is not very difficult question. Okay, filtered categories. Okay, so how do we proceed this? So see, we go with category average, and we'll take category average, and we want the average total. So total should be greater than 1000. Is this it, guys? Let's just see. Filtered category. So see guys, it worked fine. Okay, now the last part is sort the results in descending order of average total sales. Okay, so let's just try to do this as well. Let's just mention it as answer 4. So how do we'll do that? The way we'll be doing it is result, so filtered category. So what it is saying is we need the results in descending order of average total. Okay, so obviously we'll use sort values function, sort values, and then we need the column name and we need in descending order. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll write ascending is equal to false, right? Because we need in descending, FALSE, false. And now let's see the result. See guys, it is in descending order. Let me still go quickly revise this question for you so that you have no doubts in this type of questions. So see guys, this was the task. The first question is create a total column. So guys, this is how you apply any sort of operation. So you might get addition, division, or any sort of computation over here. So you can simply do it this way. The next thing is group by. Guys, group by is a common thing, so just learn this group by command. Mention the name of category column, then what column you need, and in mean you need, so that's good. Now the next thing is filtered category. So the filtered category is like simply you are just mentioning it and you're filtering it on the basis of this. And then guys, I think sort values function is okay, right? We are just sorting it based on total in descending order because ascending is equal to false. So tell me guys, this is the playlist. I'm starting with decent level questions, and guys, trust me, a lot of times tough questions are not asked in data Python round, right? People get stuck into basic questions, and I've seen it 99% of time. I have myself taken so many interviews and people can't get the basic things right as well. So guys, practice from basic, pick up this series, please subscribe, and we're gonna surely not fail any Python round. Okay, thank you guys. Hi guys, welcome to the second video for Python for Data interview series. I think the first video was good, so slowly we'll try to cover all use cases. So guys, the next question is that we have a data frame. It's simple date wise sales, and then the first question is extract month year from the date column. So guys, every time be sure that this step is there in which the date is being converted into date time format, so that we can do all sort of extraction. Sometimes it's given in the interview, but mostly it won't be given, but try to keep a note and do it first. Okay, now the first question is, I'm copying the question. The question is that extract the month year from the date column. Okay, let's just see df first. So what we need to extract is month year. Okay, was month year already there? No, let me just rerun it, and let me now rerun it. Yeah, so guys, see, it doesn't have month year column. Okay, now we need a month year column. So how would we do it? So first of all, month year. Okay, so what we need to do guys is simply we need to play with the date column. Okay, this is clear. So we need df date. Now the function that helps you do is dt. Okay, dt is dot date time, and then you can use any of the function. Okay, so here we need to convert it into a period to period, and we need to mention m. So guys, this is how it will get converted into. If you would see df now, it will have a month year column. Okay, this is this thing you need to remember. First of all, you need to make sure that everything is in date time format. So just make a note of this step. If it is given, then good. Otherwise, start your code with this. And the next thing that you need to take care of is that you need to use this function dt dot to underscore period m. So you can use this function, and this m identifier denotes that you need this in a month year format. Okay, So guys, we can't recall every of the like abbreviations and stuff, but this is very famous. Okay, so you need to remember this 2 period M, because most of the analysis and organizations are done at a month year level. So this is how you need to do the first question. But guys, some people also like try to do it like this. So what they'll do is df month. They might just start with saying that, hey, let's just work on date first, then you would go for df date, and then you would go for date time, and what you need is d year. So year. Okay, so some people also like to do it this way, guys, but then you would have to create 2 extra columns and then write code to extract them and then do stuff. Okay, so it will be a little more complicated. So but this is also a way to do it, right? What you can do is you can get the year from here, and then you can similarly change this year to month. Then you will have a month, and then you can combine both. But guys, as I said, that we need to focus on best practices for our data science interview. So always when it comes to month year context, keep a note of this. Okay, dt2 period, this is very important. Okay, so now the next question, what is the problem statement? Next problem statement is, let's just remove this. The next problem statement is group the data by month year and the sum of sales. So guys, group by is very essential in almost all data science interviews. If it is hands-on, group by will be used somewhere. So see guys, group by is not essentially very difficult operations. We have also seen this. So let's just name it as grouped sales. So in last videos also I shown you. So what you need to know is you need to do for df, then you need to write group by, then you need to mention the column. So on month here, and then what you need to mention is which column you need to do, and then the level of aggregation sum. And guys, in the last video I have taught reset index as well. If you haven't seen the video, please see this, because questions would be linked, guys. The level might increase and stuff will keep on adding up, right? Then only slowly you can build up, and hence therefore clear any interview. Okay, so you have month year wise sales, which is good. Okay, it was not very difficult code, simple code, simple group by operation. Okay, so say when it comes to group by, always remember this thing, that what column you need to do it, what is the continuous column, what is the layer of aggregation. And guys, reset index, still I'm giving you an idea. If you won't do it, then your first column will be the value column only, it won't be the month year column. So if we want the month year column to be the first column, we use reset index. I have shown that in last video demo. So we have done the second part of the question as well. Now let's move to the third question. The third question and the last question is plot a chart to visualize something. Okay guys, so guys, this is very common, like basic chart plotting can come in any interview. So see guys, first of all, whenever you are trying to do this, so let's just import matplotlib. Okay, import matplotlib dot iplot as plt. Okay, now what we need to do, we need to plot a bar chart. Okay, so grouped sales, GROUPED, grouped sales, month year. And guys, I always want my x-axis to just be in string value, so I'm gonna make it as type str, and then the monthly sales, what column, so this is my x-axis, and now what should be there in my y-axis, the sales value. Okay guys, I think we are good over here. So guys, this is not monthly sales, it should be grouped sales. Okay, so I have, because month year is coming again and again, so little confusion, but yeah. So see guys, simply just mention the x-axis, just convert it into the string data type, and then your what you want wish to plot. Then guys, what will be your x label, tell me. Your x label will be month year. Okay, let's just reduce the spaces. Okay, Then what would be your y label? Y label would be total sales. Total sales. Okay. Then what is the title of the chart? TITLE. I'm writing sales trend. I think we can write sales at month year level, so we are good. And in last we need to show plt dot show. So guys, let's just rerun this first, and let's just rerun this. So guys, there is some error that we are getting in terms of month here, so it's not underscore, it's this. See guys, the chart is getting plotted. If you're able to see, the x-axis of this chart is not properly getting displayed, right? So how to do it that? So this is right now like this, so let's just maybe rotate it, right? Let's just rotate the x-axis by 45 degrees. So PLT, so you need to use x ticks for that, x ticks for that, x ticks TI CKS, and you need to write rotation is equal to 45. I think now it is clear, right? So what we essentially did is we rotated it at a 45-degree angle. So guys, quick revision for coding purposes. Let me just pause this. Yeah, quick revision for coding purposes. So guys, as I said, in order to get it at a month year level, we use this thing dt dot to period. Always remember, whenever you are dealing with date in your Python runtime, convert it into pd dot date time. Then guys, group by I have taught in last lecture also. Again, just categorical column, continuous column, aggregation, and then reset index, and then matplotlib you need to import. In bar graph I have mentioned two arguments, one is my x and y, clear. Then this is my x label, y label, my title, and then I have written this piece of code so that this thing gets rotated, and then plt dot show. I think guys everything is clear, right? I think you are able to get it. So thank you guys, this was the second video. This series will be completed guys. This would be the only series that you would need to clear any data science, data analytics, or any data driven interview. Thank you guys. Hi guys, welcome to the third lecture of our Python for data interview series. So let's see the third question. Today the third question is identify the missing values in the data frame. So guys, let's just start with one question at a time. So we have a data frame. Let me just show you a data frame as well, which we have. So guys, the data frame is like this. We have name, age, and score. I think it's self-explanatory. So the first question is identify missing values in the data frame. So how do we do that, guys? Write this command, that is df dot is null, and then if we just do like this, so it's going to help us identify the missing values, but the good way would be like this. Okay, so it's going to tell that in which column how many missing values are there. So we are good till here. Okay, what's the next question? It's just that you need to know that hey, we have a function is null and sum. Okay, so let's just move to the second question. The second question is replace missing values in the age column with mean age. So how do we do that? So guys, first of all we'll have to say df age dot. So how do we replace missing values? So we are filling what? Na. We are filling the missing values with what we are filling? We are filling with mean. Okay, and obviously we want the data frame itself to change, so that's why we use in place as well. I hope guys this is okay, right? I don't find any issues over here. So this much is okay. Let's just try to add one more code snippet. Drop rows where all values are missing. Okay, so how do we get this done? So see what guys, what we have to do, we need to drop NA. Okay, df dot drop NA. Okay, how? So this is the parameter which you should know. All values are missing, and then we can just write in places equal to true. So guys, this is how you drop all the rows where stuff is. So you've just dropped everywhere where the thing was null. Okay, so it didn't work. Okay, this still has score is equal to NaN. Okay, let's just say drop NA and maybe try axis is equal to 0, and let me now try it. See guys, we were able to get rid of it. Okay guys, so just be calm, everything will work out. Fill the missing scores with the forward fill method. Okay, now anyhow guys, we have dropped the rows where values are missing, so there is nothing to fill. But still, to explain this question, let me rerun this code and let me add one piece of code cell over here. Let me see df. So guys, this is something which was even asked to me as well, that if you have a data frame, how would you make sure that the value gets filled by the forward filling method? Okay guys, see, just see the score, just see the score for this name is equal to nan. Okay, so just see this row, you will see how do I do it. So the thing is, how do we do it is df score. So what we need to do, again we need to fill NA, but this time the method would be ffill, and we need in place is equal to true. Let's just see df. Were you able to see guys how this value got replaced by this value? So it goes and sees the last prior value and fills it up. And guys, verify that there are no missing values in the data frame. I think we can do that, right? That's the first command only, this one. Okay, now let's just try to revise this quickly. So guys, see, this is how you get the missing values, this is how you replace missing values. These were basic things. Then you can drop this as well. This is also not very difficult, basic part, but this was a little, I would say, if you don't know it, you might not be able to fill it with the last value. So just remember, this method is equal to ffill. I showed you, right? See here, the value is nan, and how that nan got filled with 90.20 because it backfilled. Okay, so just be aware on those lines, and yeah, keep practicing along this series. A lot of videos will come, so stay tuned. Thanks, and please subscribe to the YouTube channel. So hi guys, welcome to the fourth lecture for my Python for Data interview series. So guys, please subscribe. We have done 3 videos, this is the fourth one. So this is mostly based on joins. So it says that perform an inner join, left join, right join, outer join, and identify employees who appear in both data frames. Okay, so how would I do it? So on the first 4 paths, how would I do it? I would create a list first. Okay, just see, I would have a list with inner, I would have a list with left, I would have a list with right, I would have a list with outer. Okay, this will just give you a better understanding. Then what you need to basically do is pd dot merge. So see guys, this is the command that would be used to join both the data frames. So df1, df2, if you want to see df1 and df2 guys, I think it's clear only. Okay, this is employee, department, salary, employee, and what is the bonus. So now you just have to remember 2 things. One is employee, basically on is the column on which you wish to create a join, and the next thing is how do you wish to create that join. So first question is for inner join. Okay, so let's just make it inner. So see, you are able to just get that thing only, right? The result from inner join. So essentially in inner join only common things will come. So Charlie will come and Charlie will come. David will come, David will come, because it's same in both the things. Okay, now whatever join you need to apply, you can just like change it. For instance, you want to have left join. Okay, so maybe try A1. So you would have a left join. What does a left join do? Left join would have all these things, okay? All these things, and then those things which are common would also come. For these two, Alice and Bob are not in this thing, so their data is not getting fetched. So guys, since this is more like an coding series, so we won't talk much, but we'll just code, because I have got this request a lot, that a lot of you think that you know Python, but from where do we practice specifically for data science, right? So I think it's a genuine problem. It's good. Similarly guys, I'm giving you the task to just do it in any other format you want. So please send me the code in the comment. I'm not doing right and outer join. I think now you have understood how you would do it. Just make sure of two things whenever you're joining tables. One is on what condition you would do, and the other thing is how you will do. For how, I have a list. I have shown you how to do it. Please do it. And the next question that I'm saying is this. The next thing is this one. Identify employees who are in both data frames. So guys, this is a good question. It can come. So see guys, whenever I get this question, I try to do it via a very efficient way. So see guys, first of all, take data frame and then take the column that you want to write, employee. Okay, so let me just run it again. I hope I have the data frame context. Yeah. So I would do this employee, and then the next thing is, how would I do it? Is in. So this should be is in. That means this should be containing values of what? Of df2 employee. Let's just see. Will it work? Will this work? Okay, there is few issue. What is the issue? Employee employee. Okay, so we have encountered an error. Let's just try to rerun this. Okay, still it is giving me a key error. So guys, whenever you face an error, don't panic. In interviews also, facing error is very common. See, because I haven't mentioned maybe df1. Now let's just try. Okay, see guys, see, whenever you face error, just don't panic. In interviews, everything will fall in its place. Okay, the thing is, what I'm doing, I'm saying filter. So I'm filtering df1. Which column I'm filtering? Employee. How I'm filtering? Is in. That means give me only those employees which are is in df2 employees. Guys, it's like English only. So main thing was just to give you an idea of is in only. So I hope this is clear. I don't think this requires a revision. This was simple, but yeah, I have seen few people getting stuck over here as well as here. So I thought, if we are making a series, let's make it from fully, so that none of you fail any interviews. Just remember, this is in command. So filter df1 based on this thing which is in this thing. Okay, this is like English only. So I think we are good here. So please subscribe to my YouTube channel, guys. Thanks. Hi guys, welcome to the sixth question. Today's question would be based on giving you an conceptual idea of a pivot table. So guys, see, pivot tables question usually comes in most of the interviews which are having which the interview is saying that okay, pandas is going to be used a lot in our organization for data cleaning and data manipulation purposes. So let's just try to test his understanding. So see guys, the question is, create a pivot table that shows total sales by each salesperson. Okay, for each product, okay, so this is good. Okay, how do we do that? The question is simple, right? We just need to create a pivot table. Create a pivot table that shows total sales made by each salesperson for each product. So guys, read the question very carefully. So see how we would start. We'd start with pivot. Uh, piv pivot table. Pivot table's result is equal to. So guys, first of all, you need to know there is something like this. So there is pd dot pivot table. Then the next question is what data frame it is. So we are talking about df. The next argument, that is values. Okay, so what is the values column out there? So sales, right? This is the continuous column. The next thing is what do you want an index? So what do you want an index is what do you want it on your row level? So on your row level, I want salesperson. But the next question is, the next thing is column. What do I want at a column level? I want total sales made by each person per each product I want. Product. Good. Now the last portion is that an aggregation. Which aggregation you need to add? Okay, no. So which aggregation you need to add? You need to add total sales. So you need to say sum. Guys, doesn't this thing make sense? First of all, let's just execute it and see everything is okay. So there is some error. Got an unexpected keyword argument column. Okay, so the values is sales, index is this, and okay, the product is P. But still okay, we have an error. That's COLUMN. COLUMN seems to be okay. So there is some error that's coming. Let's just try to select it. And let's just try to think, guys. So these type of errors come. Okay. The thing it is saying that pivot table got an unexpected argument, that's column. So let's just try to remove this column argument only. Positional argument followed by keyword argument. Okay, makes sense. Argfunc is equal to some. So let's just try to read. Okay, the thing is not column, it's columns. COLUMNS. Okay guys, see guys, as I have said that most of my videos on YouTube channel are mostly not pre-planned, so I try to keep things fresh so that you also learn from mistakes. So here I was stuck in a problem, and what I did is I read this argument list from here, and then I got to know that it's not column, it's column. So guys, these type of errors are going to stay. Okay, but just try to be aware and not panic whenever you have error. Just try to remember, okay, this is pivot table. What is the continuous column that would come? What is the index thing? So the index thing is the row thing, and what are the columns? Okay, columns are going to come in columns, and what aggregation layer you need? This aggregation layer would be applied on this function. So guys, I think the syntax is simple. Just try to remember all these things. This type of question is definitely possible in your interview. Thank you guys. Please subscribe. So guys, this would be a very quick tutorial. I just wanted to tell you one thing, that guys, see, in the last video we just had one column, but you can pass multiple columns as well. So this is nothing, this is a multi-index pivot in which you have two granularity, okay, product and region. So always remember, column that is continuous would go in the values thing, then what is the index, and then the columns, okay, on what column level you want, and what is the aggregation that would be applied on this thing. So just remember this, guys. At times they might ask you to pivot on two columns, so you can pass it as an argument inside a list. Okay, thanks. Hi guys, welcome for our playlist. So in this playlist we are covering Python for data interview. We have done 6 questions, so let's just move to the 7th one today. So today we have a use case where we have name, age, city and salary. Let's just see the data frame one for our convenience. Okay, now the question is, for the age column, use map with a lambda function or any method you like to categorize age as following. So guys, we need to categorize age. So first of all, it's saying that we need to use a map with a lambda or any method you like. So we'll do by both methods. So first of all, let's see how I do this. So let's create a function first, define age category. Okay, now the thing is, what should it take? It should take age. And the thing is, the next thing would be if age is less than 25. Okay, so if my age is less than 25, then what should happen? Then it should return, if you would see, below 25 is junior. Okay, junior. Then I need a elif statement. So it's saying 25 to 35. That means, let's just put it this, if age is under 35, then what should it return? It should return adult, or what it should return, mid-level, fine, mid-level, and otherwise it should return senior. Otherwise it should return senior. And I think there is one more case, handle NaN values by assigning them to unknown. Okay, let's just first of all assign the NaN values to unknown. So guys, I have done this thing a lot of time. Okay, now you guys should know these things. So this is salary. So fill NA with what you need to fill NA with unknown, and what's the next parameter is in place is equal to true, because we need this thing to take place in the original data frame. Let's just run it. Okay, let's just run this thing as well. So guys, this is a simple statement that I have written. Okay, now how do we apply the map function? So the thing is, df age category, and then we need df age, and then the next thing is we need to apply. Okay guys, sorry, you need to apply a map function. You can directly do it, and then you write this thing as this. Okay guys, we have an error. It's age, so it's age. Let's just try to see over here. So see guys, it is getting there. So age 25 is being assigned. We can also, if the age is 25 to 35, right, 25 to 35, it's getting mid-level and stuff. So let me explain you the code in case you didn't get it. So guys, before I do it, let me see if I can minimize it so that we can have a frame. Yeah, so let's just delete this portion. Yeah, so guys, see, this is not very difficult what I'm doing. Essentially the first thing they asked me to handle none value, so I have done this. I think this is clear, right? Then the next thing is I created a function. So I'm saying if age is less than 25, return junior, elif age this, return this, else this. So guys, this is the normal if else statement, if elif else. So just have a look at the syntax and stuff in case you need to revise. Then guys, the main question was in context of map. So see what map will do, it map will map this function to this column. So it's gonna iterately go inside it and do some stuff, and it's gonna assign categories. So this is age. It's gonna go and see, is this true? No. Is this true? Yes, this is true. So it's gonna assign them mid-level. Similarly, stuff will happen. So guys, this is very simple. The only thing that's not right is here you're able to see that the age is not a number and still I am getting a senior. Okay, so let's just debug this as well. So let's just put elif age equal to np dot nan return unknown. Let's just put a double thing. Let's just put this. Okay, let's just rerun this, and let's just rerun this. Let's just rerun this. Okay, so guys, it's not able to take the nan use case. It's still assigning it senior only, right? So this is a small error which we need to debug. So let's just spend some time in order to figure out what's happening. So if age is equal to nan, it should have come unknown, but it's making it senior. So guys, how do we rectify it? Remains a question. So we need to spend some time in thinking, guys. Even I am thinking, because the thing is I don't have the solution in front of me, right? Because as I told you that I'll try to make this series as raw as possible, because if it's raw then it's better. How do we get this thing done? How do we get this thing? Let's just see if age is there. PD dot null age is gonna work. Let's just try to see now. Pandas has no module, none. Okay, so guys, see, there is an error and now I need to correct it. So how would I do it? So see guys, let's just take help of any LLM. Let's just go to ChatGPT for instance, and maybe ask him to correct this code. Correct this code and handle null cases. So guys, this is how you can also do things. Okay, it's okay to take help of an LLM, but you need to understand the code, because guys, if you will just copy paste code, okay, is null should be used. Yeah, that's fine. That's not a big issue. If we'll do it is null, we'll do it, and now it's unknown. See guys, an unknown came. So guys, see, I'll tell you one very important thing, because you're doing this series and no one will tell you these things. The thing is guys, it's okay if, let's say, I also forgot this function, right, is null age, but I took the help of an LLM and I was confident, because I didn't even see the solution. I thought that okay, my logic is okay, it's just that I'm missing a function. That is okay. But now guys, let's say you don't understand the code and you're directly copy pasting it. There are problems to it. I'll discuss two problems. One, what if the code fails? How you would debug it? Number two, the problem is, let's say the code you copied is, you do some stuff in SQL environment, okay, and you have copy pasted the code directly from an LLM and then you are directly executing it. Guys, it can crash your system. Okay, so just be a little careful and doing all these things. How I want you guys to do is that understand the fundamentals, forget the syntax. Obviously for interviews you're bound to know these things, but when it comes to real development, you just need to understand the syntax, right? Understand the logic. Like I understood the logic, I was missing this thing, but I took help of an LLM and I was able to solve it. So this is how you need to do. So guys, let's just move to the next part. The next part was essentially do it with a lambda function. So guys, lambda function is important. Okay, so lambda function is being asked a lot because see guys, there is not much things a person can also ask you, right? In interview, you also need to understand that it's not that there's a lot of content available. So usually I have seen recruiters ask a lot of lambda function related things. So let's just try to see how do we write the syntax for lambda function. You guys see, I'll show you. It's not very difficult, it's easy. The only thing is, let's just rerun this code. Okay, and we need to categorize the ages. So see guys, df age category. Okay, how do we do it? Now the next thing is what column needs to apply age, and we need to use a map function. Now how we write it? The syntax is like this, lambda x. Okay, so just write it simply, right? Okay, junior if x is less than 25. Okay, else mid-level. So guys, this is the good part about Python. It's very similar to English only, but sometimes like we miss things because we haven't studied it. Mid-level if 25. So guys, see how I'm creating an inequality. So if I'm saying that if the age is in between this thing, give me senior, and if pd dot not null x, then it what should this return? This should return unknown, else unknown. So see guys, I'm also coding in front of you only because as I said I want these lectures to be raw so that you remember and try to learn from the mistakes. So see, let me make you understand the code. This is very important. So we are applying map, then this is the syntax, and then we are writing this thing. So if it's gonna end over here, else it's gonna go here, else it's gonna go to senior, and if this condition is true, pd dot not null, okay, then it's gonna go inside this lambda thing, otherwise it will simply return unknown. Why? Because if it's null, so I need unknown, otherwise it will go inside this and do all those stuff. So guys, just see this syntax one. At first this might be a little complicated, but this is not complicated at all. Just try to understand it. So this is the x that we are talking about, right? So in simple terms, if it is not null, it's gonna go like this. It will be junior if it is true, else it will be else it's gonna check this condition. If this is satisfied, then mid-level, else senior. Guys, this is normal only. Okay, so just try to read the syntax and all, and just try to go through this snippet because this is important, guys. Lambda function is often asked in interview. See, we got the right answer. Okay, so an age category thing didn't come up. Let's just see. Yeah, see, we are able to get it. So just spend some time solving this problem, guys. Till now we have done 7 questions, and guys, I'll complete this playlist very soon. We'll have a good set of questions so that you don't need to go anywhere. And guys, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's very important. I see a lot of you are not subscribing to my YouTube channel. So guys, it's little tricky out there. So just subscribe so that our channel reaches to more people. Thank you, friends. Hi guys, so welcome to the question 8. So on question 8 you will have one homework as well. So guys, for the first thing is just you need to explain the recruiter the use case of melt function, and guys, trust me, this is widely used in the industry. So let's just try to rerun these type of cells and I'll explain you why it is used. So guys, see, this is important. Okay, let's just have a look at the data frame. The data frame is sort of in this order, right? So let's say you're trying to create a dashboard and you need one column in which you can apply a filter. Okay, a filter would be of year, a filter would be of subject. So how would you transform it? Okay, so you need it in a format where you will have name, you will have something known as subject, and you will have something known as marks. Okay, and here also, this is guys very important problem statement. As a data engineer, you would do it a lot. Data scientist, data analyst, whatever use case, you would do this, because this is the format in which it's nice to have, so that you can have a dashboard and get stuff done. Okay, so let me just show you how do we use melt function. So let's say the recruiter has asked you, so all you need to do is, guys, remember some bit of syntax. Okay, so let's just start writing melted df. Okay, so melted df is equal to pd.melt. Okay, then the next thing is you need to pass the data frame. Secondly, vars. Okay, so guys, vars is an important argument. Here you need to pass the column that will stay as it is. So name will stay as it is. Okay, so guys, this is not vars, this is id vars. Okay, so this is my id column, this will say as it is. Now enter the column that you want it would otherwise do it. Okay, otherwise do it, basically this set of columns. Okay, this set of columns would get transformed to rows. So what should that column be called? That should be called as subject year. Okay, the next thing is value name. So this thing that is gonna come up like this, 85, what should be called? This should be called as score. Let's just see, hopefully it got correct. And melted df. So see guys, let me explain you the code once again. So see, now we have subject here. Now guys, I have already shown you how to extract using the split thing in the previous question. So practice on create a column for subject, create a column for year, create the column for score, and name is already there. So this is how you use melt function. First argument is data frame. Second is the column that's going to stay consistent, basically your id column. Then the next thing is that the rest of the portion will get, guys, it's sort of, it's sort of unpivot in some sense. Okay, so you're unpivoting it. So basically what would be the variable name for that thing, and what would be the variable name for this column? So this is, guys, simple. I think you can understand this, but this is important, guys. Melt function is very important. It has been asked and you need to know it. So thank you friends for this video, and guys, please subscribe. I see a lot of you are watching videos but not subscribing, so please subscribe. Hi guys, welcome to the next video for this Python interview series. If you look at my channel, guys, I have started this new playlist, and at the time there's just one video recorded, but guys, please subscribe to this YouTube channel. A lot of content will come directly here only. So if you're a beginner and want to learn AI engineering, I have a playlist for that. If you want to do a data science industry ready project, there is a project for that. I have added 2 data analytics end-to-end project as well, and few data science project ideas as well. And data talks are also very important. So guys, please start following this channel. A lot of proper content is gonna come. So let's just move to the problem statement for today. That is reverse a list using indexing, and then we have variable swapping. So guys, first try to understand reverse a list. So see guys, reversing a list is simple. All you need to do is just write print my list, and then this. So the thing is, how does this work? See, the list got reversed. It's as simple as that. So a lot of people try to mug this up as well, but it's up to you. How do you want to do it? I don't suggesting mugging up ever. So now guys, see, so just think of this, what is happening over here. So see guys, what happens in list indexing is you have 3 things. One is start, one is end, another is step, or what is your step size. So what we are saying is, if you don't pass anything over here, so it's going to take the full thing. Okay, so the thing is, if you are not passing anything, it's going to take the full thing. So we have 3 things. We have passed step as -1, so it's going to go in this direction, and then it's going to start. We haven't passed any end parameter argument, so it's going to start from end. We haven't passed any starting argument, so it will go till end. And what it will do is, it will print the list in reverse order, because I'm doing it like this. Okay, -1 essentially means this index position, and this is gonna go from here to here. Then the thing is, what is the starting index? I haven't given anything, so it will go till the end. What is the ending index? I haven't given anything, so it will start from the end, and from -1 it will iterate until the list ends. Okay, this was a simple problem, but guys, I've seen people messing this up as well. And I think you need to understand this thing. Maybe let's just do one more thing, print. So just try to think that what would be the output of this thing. Okay, 1 3. Okay, what would be the output of this thing? So why do you get 2 and 3? Just try to think in your mind before I explain you. See guys, this is 0, this is 1. Okay, so it will start from here and it will go till 3. That is the ending part. Okay, always remember the end is not inclusive, the end is exclusive. So this 4 is essentially 3, but this won't be included. If you want 4 to be included in the output, do one thing, do 4 over here. So you will get 2, 3 and 4. Now what would be the output of this thing, guys? Please try to think first and then try to move to the solution. Okay guys, see, it is saying start from 1, 0, 1. It will start from here. Good. 4, so it will go till this direction. Okay, this is fourth index. Why? Because it is 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, this is your fourth index. This will go till here. Now the thing is, it will go till here, but I have given a step of 2. So from here it will take a step 1 and 2. So that is why it is only printing 2 and 4. So guys, these are very important basics for lists which you need to understand, because in future the level of questions might increase, the difficulty might increase. But if you don't understand this basics also, that is start, end and step size. Okay, so right now the writing on the board is not super clear because I'm using a mouse. So soon we'll upgrade the system and properly we'll try to understand more things, because the thing is, if you want to go in depth of things, so you need to write. So I'll arrange some nice stuff and we'll do that as well. So that's essentially done. And now the next question is for variable swapping. So guys, variable swapping is very simple in Python. Let's say you have two variables. Okay, and now you wish to swap them. So it's simple guys, just do it like this. This is quite self-explanatory only. Print A, print B, A, B, Control C, Control V, print before swap, print after swap. See guys, this is very easy. I think this is self-explanatory only, nothing much done out there, but these are basic questions someone might ask you. Just simply just A's place you will have B and B's place you will have A. So this is simple. This is how things change after swap. So this is good. Just one note that there are few people who tend to involve a third variable also here. Let me see if I can do it that way also. So what are they gonna do? C is equal to A is equal to B is equal to C, print. So let's just make it this thing. Usually some people I think do it this way also. They take a third variable. It's up to you guys, how do you want to do it, because if you are using Python, so this the above approach is the most optimized approach. The bottom one is fairly complex and it involves a new variable, but still some people do it. So see guys, it's not very difficult to understand. If you can involve a third variable and do it, it's up to you, but just be aware of the both the things, because recruiter might tell, hey, don't do this and don't do that. So it's simple. C is equal to A, so C will be 10, and then A is equal to B, so A is gonna be assigned 20, and then B is equal to C. Guys, this is very simple. I hope you understand. So just try to take a note of these basic questions, very important questions. And guys, usually you think that some people will ask magic to you. No, these are the type of problems which are being asked in all data science and data analytics interview Python interview questions. And the first step that why I'm doing this series in a way I'm doing it is the first step would be laying enough foundation so that you can easily come to medium questions. I don't think I'll be covering super hard questions in this series because those type of questions are not asked by anyone. Okay, specifically for data science based role, number one. Number two, guys, AI is there. If you will spend a lot of time, like 2 to 3 months, to just understand the half hard question, then when you will do AI. So we'll do that as well. We'll try to take a blend so that you develop foundational knowledge of programming such that you can crack any interview and build any application. Okay, guys, that's the objective of the series. So thank you, guys. Please subscribe, guys. A quick video, guys, that's just removing duplicates from the list. So for that you need to just understand that we have a data type called as set in Python. So the basic idea of set is that it contains unique elements. So if I'm going to do set of a, I'm going to get a set, and the moment I'm going to just wrap the entire thing in list, I'm going to get a list. Okay, so that's out there, right? That's a good and simple problem, but I've seen recruiters tend to ask these type of questions as well, specifically for analysts and scientist based role. uh, and then yeah, just try to remember that set only stores unique values. So I think that's pretty much it for this lecture, a very short video. We'll catch up in the next one, and until then, please subscribe. Hi guys, welcome to the question number 11 of our series that's for basically Python for data interviews. So guys, this would be a long series, but I'll make sure that I complete this so that all of us are on the same page when it comes to clearing round 1. So I'm not sure until when this round would be useful, but since I believe that AI can do this and pass this round very easily, but the thing is organizations are yet to adapt to this, and I guess it's going to take them more 3-4 years to just quickly replace this round and change the way we interview people. But at least for that time being, I realized that this is a big thing, so let's just make it. So guys, today's question would be reversing a list without indexing. So guys, if you remember, let me just share my uh, series. So this is the notebook that I'm maintaining. So last time in question 9 there was a question that reverse a list using indexing. Now we have a question where it's like reverse a list without using indexing. Okay, now why is this is important? These type of questions are the ones that really decide that whether you're going to make it or not. See, if you're able to do questions which are more syntax based, it's good. But these type of questions really judge your knowledge, right? Then there are people that will tell you that hey, you need to do DSA and stuff. I guess they haven't themselves ever sat for a data science based interview. Okay, no organization would ask DSA and all. DSA is nothing. Okay, I'll tell you. See, the thing is, you are not going to, if you're even sitting via college placements, then it might be different, but most off campus jobs, they ask for Python coding and they ask for some, see, data. Okay, tell me, isn't data frame a data structure? So in which course they teach you data frame? I have shown you so many questions regarding data frames. So guys, just relax, just follow along. I have given many interviews and I know this will help you clear your logic and really build your coding skills, and gradually it will increase and it will improve as well. So the question for today is reversing a list. Let's say we have a list 1 2 3 4 5 and you have to reverse it. So what does reversing means? It's 5 4 3 2 1. So see guys, I'll be telling you an approach to do these kind of questions is, first of all, just see the list. It's 1 2 3 4 5 and let's just write the index. So what is the index? 0 1 2 3 4. So let's just start with defining two variables. One is left is equal to 0, right is equal to length of list minus 1. Now y minus 1 because indexing starts from 0. So what is the length of list? 5. What is minus 1? 4. Okay. Now what you need to essentially do is you need to write a while loop. While left is less than right, what you need to do is you need to interchange list elements. Just try to understand first. I'll be giving you complete dry run, okay, that you don't miss anything. No one teaches code in this way, guys. I know that a lot of people will explain you coding, but actually they are just copy pasting stuff, so I don't want to do that. Just stay with me along. Okay, so if left is less than right, what you need to do is you need to interchange list left, okay, list right is equal to list left, sorry, list right, list left, and then you need to increase left by +1, and then you need to decrease right by -1, and then you need to return the list. Okay, that's fine. That's more like the normal stuff. So why I'm teaching you this way, I'll explain you now step by step. See guys, this is very important question. So see, first of all, your left is assigned 0. Okay, this is nothing but this is this 0 only. Okay, I'm changing the colors. Let's just stick to basic one only. So left is 0, so it's 0. What is right? Right is the end, 4. Now I am having a while loop. While left is less than right. Now what it's gonna do it's gonna interchange left and right. So in the first iteration, what will happen? List left, list 0 comma list 4, what it is equal to, guys, tell me. It is equal to list 4 comma list 0. So your 4th and 0th places are getting interchanged, so your list would be like 5 2 3 4 and 1. Okay, now in order to move ahead, I am increasing left by an index of 1 and I am decreasing right by an index of 1. So in the next iteration, what was left? Left was 0. Now it has increased 1. And right is, what is right, guys? Right is 4 minus 1. It's 3. Now what will happen is list 1 comma list 3 is equal to list 3 comma list 1. What is list 1 and 3? So essentially what will the list become now? It will become 5 4 3 2 and 1. Let me just check, is this correct? So we want to reverse the list, so we are doing this 5 4 3 2 1. Yeah, that's essentially it, right? Now the next thing would be your left would go up 2 and right would go down. It would be 3 minus 1, it would be 2. So this time this while condition will not take place and essentially your system will break. So here it would break and this would be the final list. So this is how you sort a list without essentially using any coding stuff. Coding stuff as in any Python based rule, right? It's normal logic that you would use. Okay, so you need to have 2 pointers, always remember, left and right. Okay, basically the part is that you need to interchange the elements until this condition is true. The moment it becomes false, you will have stuff done. Okay, now let's just try to code this as well. So we need to reverse a list without using any function. Let's just write a list 1 2 3, 4 and 5. So how would I reverse it is I'm gonna make a left variable. Left is equal to 0. Right is going to be my length of a minus 1, and then as I said that I'm gonna go like while left is less than right, what it needs to do is it needs to interchange left a right, it needs to interchange that a right comma a left. Then what it needs to do is it needs to increase left by an I function of 1 because it needs to move in this direction, and right it needs to subtract by 1. And what we need to do is we need to do this. Let's just run this. Okay, and let's just try to print a. So see guys, we are able to get this thing. So this was essentially how you can essentially reverse a list without using any of the defined functions. So guys, these type of things are very important because these type of questions get asked in interview as well. And I think the video took about 9, 10, 12. I'm not sure how when will I end this, but why I'm making you understand is because this is where your logic will get developed. Just try to see that you have a list, just try to remember it guys. Okay, you have a list. First of all, your concept needs to be clear regarding indexing. Then it needs to be that you need something known as two pointer approach. Don't need to go by fancy terms guys, it's okay if you don't know it, you can skip this. Just define two variables, left and right. It needs to be length of list minus 1. Okay, once they are defined, all you need to do is you need to just iterate guys, left right. Okay, left would increase by 1, right would decrease by 1 because you need to move this set of elements to this set of elements and this sort of elements to this set of elements, right? So this is the left side. So the here the index will increase, but on the from the right end it would decrease guys. Okay, this all you need to do. From left end increase the index, from right end decrease the index. So guys, this is how you need to do. I have explained you the dry run also here completely. Guys, try to follow along this thing. This is very important because I'll tell you. Let's say why I'm telling you, why I made this playlist. First of all, you need to clear round 1. Secondly, very important guys, no one is going to tell you this. The truth is that even if you generate code via AI, you know, right now once I'm recording, OpenAI has released a model called O1. I have a video on that in my YouTube channel as well. I haven't tested it yet, but I'll find some time and spend some money to test it. I will definitely do that, but that's secondary. Till now, the best coding model is Sonnet 3.5. Okay, it's a Claude model, Claude Sonnet 3.5. I have used it a lot. Now, yes, it is able to do the job, no problem there, but there are problems as well. First of all, right now it doesn't have a feature where it can tell the code is right or wrong. I think next time they're gonna get that thing as well done. But the thing is, it is so complicated, the code which it gives, right? It is so big. The code is so big, it's full of verbose. So the thing is, it adds so many feature right on top of the code that you request. It's gonna add up 10 things on its own. That makes your code base very complicated. And let's say you want to debug it, it will become a nightmare. So guys, that is why if you'll have understanding of basics like these type of approaches, you will be a better analyst, better data scientist for sure. Because guys, this will help you develop general understanding, which is my target. So that's pretty much it. I would like to end this video. Thank you guys. Hi guys, so today's question in this series is sort a list with and without using any function. So guys, we have done 11 questions and this is the 12th one. So obviously guys, this would be a big series, but try doing alongside, start giving interviews, everything will fall in its place automatically. So today's topic is basically, guys, we need to sort a list with and without using function, with and without using function. So guys, this is a very common question. Okay, the thing is, most people can do it with the help of function, but very few are able to do this without the use of function. So guys, see how will I proceed is I'll make you explain this. And guys, this is a little tricky as well, since some of you are new to this system of programming and might face some difficulties in understanding, is because essentially, guys, sorting is a different ball game only. Okay, so there are multiple sorting algorithms, and yeah, it's good to study them. There is no harm in studying multiple sorting algorithms. But see, guys, I know that this section would come under DSA, and we don't have time to study for DSA, but that's okay. The interviewer or the recruiter must be able to understand that you have an understanding of logic, so that you can build up logic, and rest all is fine. So today I'll be explaining you how to sort a list without using a function. And obviously, with using a function is not a big task. So let's just try to start with taking a list. So suppose I have a list 2 5 6 1 6 1, and what is the next part of the list? 8 3. Okay, 8 3. So guys, this is the list that we have. Now this is a list. So the method that I'll be using is something known as bubble sort. So what happens in bubble sort is that, first of all, this element, all adjacent elements will get compared. So 2 and 5 will get compared, and if the left element is greater than the right element, then we need to swap the element. So this is how you will remember this is the trick. So just try to mark this as the trick. Okay, this is this essential trick, and rest you can understand with me. So first of all, if left is greater than right, so in this case nothing will happen. So let's just rewrite the list again: 2 5 6 1 8 3. Now the game is, the next elements will get compared, nothing again will happen. Okay, so in 2 5 nothing happened, in 5 6 nothing happened. Then let's compare the next set of elements. So 2 5, why 1 and 6 will come, guys? Because I'm saying that if my left element is greater than the right element, then we need to swap them. What does swapping means? We need to change their positions. How do we change it? So in Python, you do it using this, or you can do it using a temporary variable called c. So that's been taught in the previous lectures. Now we have compared this. Now we'll compare 6 and 8. Nothing will happen, right? Because essentially your left is not greater than right. And in the next iteration, 2 5 1 6 3 8 3 8 will come. Why 3 8 will come, guys? Tell me. Because this is the condition, and here left is greater than right, so I'm interchanging it. So guys, are you able to understand? This is the first iteration. Now again we'll start from here. 2 5, will something happen? No. 2 5 1 6 3 8. Okay guys, one thing remember, in every iteration the last element would get fixed, so this is the maximum element. Okay, so this portion of array is now sorted, this portion of array is unsorted. We'll again do the same thing. I see 2 5 nothing will happen, in 5 1 this will get compared. What will happen? 1 5 6 3 8. In the next iteration, what will happen? 2 1 2 1 5 6 will stay the same. 3 8. Okay, then this and this will get compared. 2 5 5 3 6 and 8. Okay guys, and this is how, once you have reached the second iteration, your this is the part of sorted and this is unsorted. and you will redo the same thing. Okay, this is not very difficult, guys, but just try to understand this. You will redo this, compare this, it will become 1 2 5 3 6 8. Okay, that's sorted only. The thing is, you will compare this, it's okay, 1 2 5 3, then you will compare 5 and 3, this would become 3 and 5, 1 2 3 5 6 8. So see guys, you were able to sort it. So this is how you sort it. This algorithm is known as bubble sort. It's not the most efficient way of sorting it, since the time complexity of this algorithm is o to the power n square. If you don't understand this, it's okay, you can skip it. For the time being, we'll talk about complexity very soon in some of the videos. I'll teach complexity. Okay, so essentially guys, it's not that if even if you skip this part, this is not very important, but the question is that are you able to understand this, at least one sorting algorithm, and you can tell the recruiter that, hey, I'm not from a DSA background, but I understand sorting. And anyhow, these days the best sorting methods are hybrid sorting, and I think Python's dot sort has that, so that's okay. But the recruiter should be able to understand that you have some logic building skills. So in bubble sort, whenever there is a question that comes upon sorting a list, just try to remember the short trick, that is, if left is greater than right, I need to swap the elements. That's it. That's all, guys. That's all you need to remember. Rest all from coding you will understand. Now the thing is, guys, that you need to remember is why you need to understand complexity. Okay, let's say you leave DSA as well. Leave DSA. DSA is not required. But understanding complexity is perhaps a very important thing. So like as I said, that something known as time complexity is o to the power n square. Leave that if you don't understand. We'll talk in some other lecture. But essentially complexity means how much time it takes. Okay. So guys, there are a lot of people who are building LLMs today. Okay, no one will tell you this, guys. This is the in-depth knowledge which will only come if you will read research paper. So the base of LLMs is transformers. But what people are doing, they are changing activation function. Why they are changing activation functions? So that the time complexity of the entire system decreases. That means time taken to complete a task decreases. So guys, you need to understand these things whenever you write or any do any task, any code, anything. You all you need to know is that can we do in a way that the time complexity reduces. Obviously this is a little technical, but let's not go there. What is o to the power n square? Just remember this, that time complexity is the time that something takes, okay, in simple terms. And as I gave you an example why this is important, because even big companies like OpenAI are doing these type of research, right? Google DeepMind is also doing these type of researches, that which parameters should we tweak so that the time complexity of your LLM training reduces, right? So essentially the time that takes to create the model reduces. So now guys, let's move to the code. I understand this is a long video, but guys, this will help you develop a coding concept so that later on you can easily scale up. Okay, let's just go there. So first of all guys, let's just do simply with the function thing. So Python has this dot sort, so just do random numbers dot sort. So guys, automatically you will see it sorted, and you can just copy this, paste it, and yeah, see, it automatically is sorted. But usually in interview people will ask for an a foolproof method, so let's just write that get sorted list. So let's just give the argument as list. The next thing is n needs to be the length of list. Then the thing is guys, as I told you, for I in range n, okay, for j in range 0 to n minus I minus 1. Why? because I told you, right, you will get some portion of sorted array in the first place only. So if list j is less than list j plus 1, so you need to, okay, this is lst, okay, so lst, so you need to lst lst, you need to swap the elements. That's it, guys. And you need to return the list. So get sorted, so sort list is equal to get sorted list random numbers print sort list. Don't worry, guys, I'll explain you. So let's just run this. Let's just run it. Okay, so there is some error. Okay, sorry guys, so this is not, you go inside a list, this should work. This should work, maybe this also. Okay, right, see guys, we have sorted the list in descending order, right? So if you wish to do it in ascending order, maybe just change this, maybe just do this, and maybe just do this. Yeah, so see guys, we were able to sort it. So see guys, some of you might find this program a little difficult, but it's okay, with time only things comes, so it's not a big deal. So see guys, essentially, as I said, the trick is that we need to compare all elements, and then if my left is greater than right, then I am swapping it. That's the trick, guys. Okay, so the first step is I'm starting out, then the next thing is it's gonna compare every element in an iterative fashion, as I told you, and then if it is greater, and then we are interchanging it, right? And why there is n minus 1 and all these things? Okay, because as I gave you an example, that what initially happens out there is that some portion of array gets sorted. Okay, so what usually happens is that some portion of the array will get sorted. So let's just see this in action only again, so that you understand once more. So let's say you have an array, let me take the same array which we are doing. So it's 1 2 3 5 6 and 8. So why is this n minus I minus 1? Because the thing is, you will compare these two. Okay, this is, I guess, already sorted only, sorry. So let's just take this array 2 5 6 1 8 3. Yeah, this is the array. So what we need to do, guys, just relax and chill, this will happen. So see, you need to compare these two, nothing will happen. Then you need to compare this two, nothing will happen. Okay, then you need to compare this to, this is where action will take place. What is the action over here in bubble sort? Just for sorting purposes, for demonstration purposes, we need to swap. So 2 5 1 6 8 3, then this will happen, nothing will happen here, and action will take place. 2 5 1 6 3 8. So see guys, 8, or the biggest element or the maximum element, is already in this place. So always remember, this is a sorted thing. So that is why we don't need to do anything with the last element. So that is why this is the unsorted part. In the next iteration, the last two elements would be sorted. Similarly, last three, last four. So that is why that n minus I minus 1 is being used. So guys, this is it. I think I've explained it well, only I gave you a dry run as well. I understand that it might be a little tricky up first understanding it, but maybe catch the video again. Try to remember this mantra, that is, if the left is greater than right, we need to swap the elements, and this is the concepts which would be used in sorting a list. Okay, just try to remember this, hopefully you will understand. And guys, please subscribe to my YouTube channel as well, since I see that a lot of people are trying to watch the content, but they are not subscribing. So, guys, please subscribe. A lot of content is planned for you all. Thank you, friends. Hi, guys. Welcome to the question number 13. So, today's question is find the most frequent element in the list without using any function. So, guys, this question you will have to do it only. So, you can try out now as well. And also in this question, I won't be doing the full question. I'll be just giving you hints, because now I feel that we have done about 12 questions. Now it's your time to get started on conceptual concept building. So guys, see, the question is that we need to find maximum occurring element. So in a list, let's just take the example of what list we are given. We are given this list, that is A 3 7 3 2 1 3 4 7 2 and 3. So guys, first of all, if I am able to find what is the count of 3, what is the count of 7, what is the count of 2, what is the count of 1, what is the count of 4, wouldn't after that I be able to tell that which is the maximum one? Because then I'll be able to get, okay, 3 occurs 8 times, 7 occurs 6 times, so 2 occurs 10 times, this occurs 1 time, and this also occurs 1 time. So 2 is the largest occurring element. So this is what you need to figure out. I hope the logic is clear, guys. Logic and problem statement is clear. So let's just start, and let's just focus on the fact that first of all we are given a list. Okay, so let's say we are given the list. Let me just see the list once. So it was 3 7 3 2 1 3 4 7 2 and 3. So guys, see, the thing is, what you need to figure out here is that, let's say I create a dictionary, an empty dictionary, Okay, so if you would know that a dictionary has two things, one is a key and another one is a value. So I need to create a dictionary in which it should be like 3 occurs 1 2 3 4 times, 7 occurs 1 2 times. So guys, similarly I need to work on creating a dictionary. How to do that? That is the main concept in this problem statement. Okay, so guys, it's not very difficult. The simple thing to remember or to conceptualize is that we'll start with this. We'll have a empty dictionary. So what we'll do is we'll say for I in A. So guys, this is the pseudo code for it. So for I in A, let me just clear it so that, so guys, I'm just writing pseudo code, so there might be a lot of syntax errors and all, but this is what pseudo code is. So for I in A, what is A? A is my list. Then I'm gonna write a if condition. If I in empty dict, that means if the element is in the empty dictionary, then what we need to do is we need to increase the count of the element by 1. Else, let's say in the first iteration you are doing it, right? So in the first iteration you are doing it, so an element is would not be there in the list, right? Because this is an empty dictionary. So then what you need to write is empty dict I is equal to 1. So guys, this is the main logic that would be used over here. I think you're able to understand. See, the first for loop is for I in A. So A is nothing but this is our list. So the first time it will have 3, so if 3 in empty dict, so this will be false, so the code will go here, and then this piece of code would get executed and empty dict would be assigned 3 the value 1. Now for 7 also 1 would be assigned, but now once this 3 would come, so for 3 in A, if 3 in empty dict, so 3 was already there, right? So this one would be true and the count of 3 would get increased by 1, and similarly the process will work. So guys, this is the main thing that you need to remember. Okay, now I'll be showing you the code as well. I'll be coding in front of you only. Now your homework is that based on this dictionary which I'll be creating, that will be having key and value. Key would be the number in the list, and value would be count. It's your job to find the highest occurring element. So guys, you also need to figure out on stuff. So from here onwards your task will also begin, because that's how only all of us would improve on this. So guys, let's just try to code this up. So as I said, we need an empty dictionary first. Empty empty dict, empty dict. So let's just create a dictionary, then let's just iterate for I in A. So guys, just if you are new to for loops and stuff, not able to understand, it happens in the starting, just try to print everything will get clear. Okay, so then the next thing is if I in empty dict, then what we need to do, guys, we need to increase the count by 1. Okay, we need to increase the count by 1, else we can just empty dict I is equal to 1. Otherwise let's just keep the count as 1. So let's just print empty dict empty dict. So guys, see, you're able to find the 3 occurs 1 2 3 4 and 5 times, so we are able to get it, and that is the maximum occurring element. Now your task is from this dictionary trying to figure out which is the maximum occurring element, and guys, please comment it, please comment out the solution. I'll evaluate everyone's solution individually. So guys, this is the 13th question. Slowly we are building up. This would be playlist would get completed. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, guys. If you are new to my YouTube channel, I'll just give you a glimpse of why you should subscribe this. So the thing is, guys, if you would go to playlist, I'm regularly uploading videos. Okay, so this Python for data science and data analyst is already started, and this would get complete. Okay guys, at some point for sure. The next thing is, guys, Flask's entire playlist for Flask, that is specifically for data science, is completed. Okay, only in 5 videos, and guys, these are not, this is I think less than 1 hour. Just watch it, guys, you will be able to understand how Flask is used in data science. Then guys, an entire playlist for AI engineering specifically for beginners is out there as well. Just try to watch this series, you will get to know a lot of things, and a lot of stuff will happen. And here guys, no one, I guess, in the YouTube also has made a video for API management for data science. Guys, in future you will be just using APIs. Okay, a generative AI chatbot, guys, with deployment video is there. Then guys, if you are looking to create some chatbot for your use case, guys, I have created a full playlist in which you can create that RAG based chatbot as well. Every video on industry standards is there. So guys, I am uploaded a lot of content. A lot of content will be. Hi guys, welcome to the question number 14. So this video is for question number 14. This is a simple question. But guys, still we need to practice on simple questions as well, since a lot of time, perhaps 90% times, you won't face any difficult question in data science coding round, specifically in terms of Python. But a lot of people just can't do basic stuff as well, and I understand why. Because this thing is, we have never been taught how to practice or do stuff for an coding interview, but I'm gonna help you with it. So today's question is simple. We have two lists and we need to find the common elements between our two lists. So if you would look at these two lists, so 4 5 6 are the common elements. Now the thing is, how we are going to approach this question. So guys, see, in simple terms, what I'll do is I'll create a list of set sorry I'll create a set of the list. What will that do is that will give me unique elements of list 1, because set stores unique values. Similarly, for set of list 2, we'll have unique elements of list 2. And then guys, once you have two sets of list 1 and list 2, what essentially you are going to do is you are going to take the intersection. So guys, this type of things you must have done in class 11th, where based on two lists you are taking the intersection. So exactly this is the AND operator that is used in Python to get you that. So let's just go out there and code this question. Very simple question, but yeah, a little bit of a logic is required. Good to know that. So guys, in simple terms, I'll just write list, and let's create set of list 1 and set of list 2. Good to go guys. Okay, so it's saying list 1 is not defined. Makes sense. Let's just make it T. So see guys, we are getting 4 5 6 and 4 5 6. Okay, this is a simple question, but yeah, these type of question can get asked to you. Find common elements in two lists. Okay, and let's say the recruiter will ask you not to use this. So now guys, this is your homework. The recruiter has said you don't get to use this set property, so how you will do it? And guys, till now we have done 14 questions. I think now your concept should get starting to get developed, and you should try attempting these questions. If you have any doubts, you can DM me, reach out to me at LinkedIn, reach out to me at Instagram. The second thing is guys, please comment your solution in the comment section. Thirdly guys, please. Hi guys, welcome to question number 15 of our Python series. So today's question is something, even it was asked to me once, and back then I remember that someone asked me this question, but not sure whether I was able to do it or not. But yeah, at times guys, things are very simple, but it's just that uh, usually when you're starting out, you might miss on things because there's so much information overload, and we just tend to think that we need to know everything, and then actually we don't know anything. So it's more about patience and the right time. So it's a very simple question. See guys, you have a data set and a value. Okay, it's a time series data set. You have data and value. Now someone has asked you that we need to calculate a 7-day moving average of value. So what does that mean? That means that whatever values you have, they need to be perhaps added and added. So at each 7-day interval I need to add values from 1 to 7. Okay, and then I need to divide it by 7 so that I'll get an average. I hope you understand 7-day moving average. If you don't understand that, then allow me 1 second. Sorry. So let me just try to help you with that. Can you create an artifact? Can you create an artifact to help me visualize 7-day moving average? So guys, just let it complete. Okay. So it didn't work. uh, a simple chart would do. ML, CSS and JS. So I think it used React and it couldn't render the chart, but that's okay. That's not a very difficult thing. Okay, now it's able to get you that stuff. So let's say you have this chart, okay? Now what is happening is this is your daily value and this is the 7-day moving average. So all these points, okay, this point, this point, this point, this point, this point, and this point, these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, this point. So all these 7 points have been added up and then divided by 7. And similarly in the next this point, how did we get this point is this plus this plus this plus this plus this plus this, you get this point. So guys, this is also simple 7-day moving average, so not something very difficult. Now I think you're able to understand it with the help of this chart. So that's how you guys use LLMs to make lectures more interesting, things more fast, and just getting stuff done in a more efficient way. It's just about knowing some basics and knowing prompting, right? So basically it, in the first instances, it gave a chart in React, then I just told it to not do it in React, just simple HTML, JSS, and JS and CSS. So guys, it was able to create a beautiful chart. And guys, that's how it would be used in education sector as well. Let's just skip it. Now let's just move there to our coding thing. So now how would we write the code is we'll go with df 7 day ma, and then we would write df, what is the next column out there, value is the column. Let me just see the spelling, it's VALV. So what we need a row average, so this is rolling average. And what is the window is 7. And what is, which aggregation we need mean. So guys, tell me, is this difficult? But it's about knowing these things. It's just about knowing that, okay, if you wish to take something at a rolling layer, you need to write rolling, and then you need to write window as 7, and then this is the layer of aggregation that we are using, so that we'll get a 7-day moving is nothing but this, and average. So tell me guys, is it difficult? It's just about getting stuff done. And someone will say that, hey, can you plot this as well? So just go with df value dot plot and plt dot show. So guys, all these things are simple. It's just that you need to get your basics right. And guys, since if you get your basics right, it's essentially done. You can just get stuff done anytime you want. And thing is that you need this thing to be done very fast only, because guys, things are changing in a very dynamic fashion. So if you have good understanding of the basics, you can move. See, this is how you plot a 7-day moving average in pandas. So I think we are good. So thank you friends for this lecture. Guys, please subscribe. A lot of content is coming on a regular basis. We need to uh, close on a lot of stuff, but everything will get closed, don't worry. So thank you guys, please subscribe. Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channels. Today I'll be writing and delivering a lecture on question number 16. That's essentially how to write production ready code. So guys, this type of question usually gets asked and I've seen a lot of people struggle. So let's just this question is more about how to write a production ready function code. So you write functions in Python, right? And guys, we slowly will be going towards modular coding as well. So there everything is functions and classes only. Okay, so you don't write anything that's standalone code. So how do we write a function? So see, we start with diff. So let's just take a simple use case, even odd. Okay, it's not about code, it's about how do you write it. See guys, now everything can be done by AI as well, so we need to understand the basics and quickly build up from there. So is even, now the first thing is the name of the argument. The next thing is what data type does it has. The next thing is that what essentially should be the output type, right? This is also very important. So what should be the output type? The output type should be bool, and then these two dots. And then guys, again you have to mention three things over here. And this is, see what you, I'll let me write it first. So what will this function, this function will tell if a number is even or odd. Then the next thing that you need to mention is args. So in args you can simply write number int, so it will take an argument number int, and then there needs to be returns bool, so it returns a boolean value. And then guys you can simply write the function that is return, so it's in is even, right? So number remainder, so we'll divide by 2, and if the remainder comes out to be 0, then this would be true, and then it's true. So my aim in this question is not to explain you code. My aim in this question is to explain you how to write a function. We'll spend some time. Let it just connect for a moment. I think it'll get connected very soon. Okay, so it's connected. So let's just click on here and let's just go over here. So see guys, first of all, always give the name to the function should be given in a meaningful way. Then what is the input type? Okay, and then what is the, sorry, this is basically the input name and this is the input type. So the input name is that someone will come whenever he's using this function, would read this function and say, okay, I need to pass an argument named as number, and that should be of what data type? Integer. And what data type will this function return? This will return boolean. And then you need to write about what will this function do, how many arguments does it take, and what does it return. So guys, this is very very important. Okay, if you won't write function like this, it would be very difficult for your code to scale. Second of all, let's say tomorrow someone else has come and sees your function, he will be lost. And the third and the most important thing that I want to mention over here is, guys, this is how people write code. If you will just write one single code in this fashion, right, in this clean fashion, you are defining the argument, giving valid name, defining data type, defining return type, properly commenting, guys, you will be hired then and there only, in case that is the requirement. Okay, so just tend to write proper code and just try to have this habit. Okay, so please subscribe to my YouTube channel, guys, and thank you for following along. Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today guys will be doing question number 17 of our Python playlist. So guys, the first thing is you can skip this question if you are applying for a data analyst role or a citizen data scientist role, or perhaps in simple terms guys, 99% of the Indian companies won't ask you this question. So you can skip this question if you are not applying for any role which involves deep coding. But guys, this question is not asked in any of the organizations lately, but this is the question that steps, basically this is the founding stone. Okay, this is the stepping stone, and post that only you can implement anything that's high end. Okay, but if you're not clear with this also, then it would become difficult for you to implement something from scratch. But guys, the part is that 90%, 99% of the job roles don't require you to implement anything from scratch. So if you want to learn on how to implement things from scratch, you can stay in this video. Otherwise you can skip it guys, because as I said that the main objective is to make sure that you get the job and crack interviews and stuff. But essentially, if you want to join any big organizations which is leading AI innovation, then there you require this type of knowledge, and this is very elementary knowledge. Like this is perhaps if you want to have a knowledge up till 1000, this is only 100 only. Okay, not 100 even, this is 50 only. So still there would be a lot of road to cover, but we start from somewhere, right? So it's just basic linear regression from scratch. I'll be telling you how researchers actually code stuff up, and whenever you have an algorithm, how do you code that algorithm and stuff. So this question is simple guys. Okay, we need to code linear regression from scratch. Okay, so we need to code linear regression from scratch. Now see guys, the main part is you need to understand what linear regression is. Essentially, from a maths perspective and an algo perspective. Okay, rest all we can see in later on that what it is and what it is not, because that's already covered by so many people. So I don't think I can add much value there, but strictly from a mathematical and algorithmic point of view, we can stay in and deep dive into its relations and trying to understand what we are trying to do. So see guys, it's simple. Essentially, in most ML based algorithms, or to start with linear regression, we have an equation that is y is equal to mx plus c. So you must have studied this sort of equation in class 11th. And then guys, the main part about it is that m is defined as the slope and c is defined as the intercept. So guys, these have implications both as at a geometrical level and at a mathematical level, but perhaps we are coding it, so we don't need to go into that form, that what slope is and what it is not, because essentially guys, we would just need an function which we need to optimize. So we'll be strictly going from the coding perspective. So what happens is that you have some data and you want to fit it into this format, y is equal to mx plus c, and you wish to compute two things, m and c, because see, x would be independent variable and y would be dependent variable. Again, let's not go into the theory. The main part of this problem statement is that you need to find out a way that you can compute m and c. Okay, m and c. So guys, what happens in this type of algorithm is that we have a cost function. So we have a loss function that is 1 by n summation y cap minus, okay, let's not write like this, it's perhaps y minus y hat whole square. And guys, I'm not seeing this from anywhere, I'm just trying to give you a glimpse of the stuff that I remember so that it will be easy for you guys to scale it up. And I'm not seeing any algorithm, anything, because I want to do it in front of you so that you understand what essentially people at top organizations do and in what way they approach a problem. So there is a lot of maths plus there is a lot of coding involved, but in the roles in which you would be going in, you would be probably just doing coding. But see, now you have this mathematical equation, so what we need to do is we need to find the optimal values of m and c. So guys, then the main part is you need to know what gradient descent is. So gradient descent is an algorithm that helps me find m and c in simple terms. So what is the formula for m and c? So m new is basically m old minus learning rate into rate of change of loss function with respect to m old. Okay, now guys, I'll tell you how do we get this. So m new is something we're going to compute, m old is something we'll have, learning rate is something we'll fix, let's say 0.1, and rate of change of loss with respect to m old. So what is our loss function, guys? Tell me. Our loss function is 1 by n summation y minus y hat whole square. Okay. Okay, so what is y hat? Y hat is mx plus b or c. For the time being, let's just consider b. So what does this become? This becomes essentially y minus mx plus b whole square, right? Then what we need to understand, what is rate of change of loss with respect to m. So guys, first of all, you will have this derivative as 2 by n y minus mx plus b, and then a minus 1 and an x. So guys, if you don't know how to do these kind of derivatives, again as I said, you can skip it, but essentially you should know it, but it's okay if you don't know it as well. You will be able to work without derivatives as well in the organization, but as I said, if you want to go towards a role that requires deep thinking, so you need to know all these things, and again this is the base of it. So guys, this is it, and then you need minus 2 by n, just keep bringing that minus over here, and then maybe we can just write it as x over here, and then we can have y minus y cap again. So it's essentially 2 by n summation x y minus y hat. Okay, I'm not sure whether this equation is correct or not, but let's see. As I said, I don't have anything in front of me, I'm doing it everything from the scratch. And guys, now once you have this thing, you understand how do we compute this thing, then you can compute basically m new, that is m old minus learning rate, and based on this only. So guys, see, this is how people also in organizations do. Okay, in organizations like OpenAI, in organizations like Anthropic, in Microsoft. So essentially this is what basic AI research would mean. Okay, as I said, this is just the starting point, that you have some algorithm, understand that in depth. Okay, understand the loss functions and the things which is associated with it, and then you try to code that up, then you try to improve the code and then scale it up. But that's not part of our discussion. Our part is that let's just try to understand how do we do it. And now guys, let's move towards the code part. So guys, code part is not, the code is already there. So see, I'll be telling you. So essentially, if you would remember that I got one equation, okay. See, this is the equation that I proved you, that how do we calculate the gradient. So guys, it's not very difficult. We are just calculating and storing the MSC, and then this is the part that I just showed you. So what I was showing you in this question is that how can mathematical things be written in terms of programming way. That was the main objective. You can forget linear regression, guys. Okay, now I think no one codes linear regression from scratch. Again, 99.99% you won't require that ever. But what I was trying to show you is how can you get the mathematical optimization equation into a form of Python program. Now the thing is not very difficult if you understand linear regression. So what we are doing, guys, I'll be telling you line by line so that we don't miss anything. We are creating a class, okay, and then we are defining the init of it. Okay, this is essentially the constructor. Then I'm setting up the learning rate, I'm setting up the iterations, I'm setting up the m, I'm setting up the b. M and b is basically that y is equal to mx plus b, m and b, and then I'm just having a variable to track my mean square error. And then I have initialized parameters. These are the initial parameters, and now I want to find their optimal value, which is the task which you have been assigned in linear regression. Okay, in simple terms. Now the thing is, you will start by making predictions. Self dot m into x plus self dot b. There was initialized 0, so this would be 0. Then you compute the MSC, and then you store it into a list, and then you compute the gradients, and then you update the parameters based on the equation which I showed you, that m new is equal to m old minus see, this is self dot my learning rate. So essentially this is alpha, and dm is nothing but calculating the change in gradients. And then here we are just making a simple prediction, and rest all code is just for plotting purposes and helping you visualize. So guys, why I'm doing this, I want you to understand that whenever something at a mathematical layer starts with, okay, so linear regression is the first part of it. So I just showed you, right, that what essentially happens in linear regression. We need to compute two things, m and c, and we have a loss function. Okay, we have a loss function, so we need to just implement gradient descent via coding. And basically gradient descent is used to find optimal values of m and c in terms of many iterations. So you just do iterations, and over time you would find that usually with more iterations loss increases. It's not always the case, but just for consideration. So guys, the main objective of this video is to make you and give you an understand that there might be a situation in some interviews, right? Most of you would never face it, but since I have to cover some more cases as well, so I want you to start thinking that okay, linear regression is the most fundamental thing. How do I implement that in scratch? So essentially all this code is just for plotting. The main code is only this part, the fit one. You just need to understand that okay, I need to start by making predictions, then I need to compute the loss, then I need to compute the gradients, and then I need to update the parameters, and I strictly do it on the basis of my gradient descent algorithm. So guys, this is where we have to be little careful on algorithmic approach. As I said, a lot of companies, 99.9 companies won't ask you, but guys, if you have plans on doing some stuff in depth, if you have time, so please start picking up challenges like this. They'll be fun, and obviously they'll require mathematical as well as coding aptitude. So it's okay if you don't want to do it, you want to be slightly more inclined towards business side of the story, that's also fine. That's your personal choice, but I wanted to give you a glimpse. And the main glimpse was essentially, I'll just wrap up the lecture by giving you the final story. The final story is that what we essentially did is we had a simple equation, y is equal to mx plus c, and we have a simple algorithm that is known as gradient descent, which helps us compute m and c. Now the task is that how does this work? This works is that m new, that means this is a formula that is given to you, m old minus this loss with respect to m old. So we have a loss function. With loss function I use MSC. What is MSC? MSC is 1 by n summation y minus y hat whole square. And I showed you how can we take partial derivative with respect to m, and then essentially we need to do all the calculations, because m mold is something you will initialize and in every iteration it will change, and this would m new will automatically update. So I wanted to give you a glimpse of how to convert maths into code. So essentially that's a very important skill which 1% of the organizations demand, but I believe you need to spend some time and figure out if you have time. If you don't have time, skip it and move ahead in the playlist. So thank you guys, have a great day ahead, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hi guys, welcome to the question number 18th of Python playlist for data interviews, specifically for data science and data analyst interviews. So today we'll be talking about enumerate function. Guys, I've seen such static questions being asked, and usually guys somewhere we have seen these functions but we don't use it on day-to-day basis, so we mess it up. So guys, let's say I have a string. It's a very simple problem. Let's say I have a string called Aditya and I need to use enumerate function. So exactly what happens is, guys, with the help of enumerate function I can have the index as well as the value. So say I comma j in enumerate, so it'll pop up, and in a, so I'm gonna print I comma j. So guys, see, it just got me the index as well as the fact that at what granularity it would break, right? A string would break at a word level. Let me give you a better example. It would make much more sense over here. Let's see, you have Aditya, you have Geo, and let's say you have Aditya, you have Geo, you have Ops. So now I think this example makes much more sense. So I comma j in enumerate a, and then we're going to print I comma j, so we would be able to see what's coming in. See guys, now it got broken down into the item level granularity, so you have the index as well as the item. So guys, such questions are asked, direct questions are there, but just try to keep this function in mind. Also, a lot of places you will find this is used in a lot of development based workloads. Also this is used since you need to, whenever you're trying to code up a retriever, right? So you might use this enumerate function because you need to keep a track of the index. Okay, so that stuff happens. uh, so if you want, you can read about retrieval. It's simple, right? You just need to retrieve something. For that, usually we keep a track of the index in our runtime, so this function is used there. So thank you guys, I would like to end my lecture, and please guys try to subscribe to my YouTube channel. A lot of interesting content is planned up, and yes, thank you all. Hi guys, welcome to question number 19 of my Python for data interview series. And guys, the series is going very well. Everything is getting covered. But guys, please subscribe. Let's go to the question. The question are, what are classes and objects in Python, and give an example. So see guys, this is essentially the code that we'll be seeing today, and a lot of people have confusions. A lot of people are not doing coding in OOPS, they are not doing coding in modular programming, and the reason is probably this, that some people don't come from CS background, and thus it becomes difficult, or like this code seems a little more full of things which is overwhelming for some of you, but that's okay guys, everything will be made clear. So see guys, what I have written: a class is a blueprint or template for creating objects. So this is a blueprint. So let's say data science is a class. What does that mean is, now whenever you defined a class, okay, whenever you have created a class, you would be perhaps creating an object as well, like this. Now the first thing is, if it is a blueprint, then what are the attributes that this will have? So these two. So in the data science class, I have defined two attributes, that is the coding language and the BI tool. These are what? These are its attributes. Okay. What are attributes? Attributes are like features. Okay. Not exactly features, but yeah, somewhat features or input parameter, whatever you want to know. I think you would understand what attribute is. So for this class, I have these two attributes. So whenever someone will create an object, what is an object? Object is an instance of class, right? In Python, you every time do this, like linear regression. This, what is this guys? This is all classes and objects only. Okay. Now the thing that I'm talking about is, that you have defined the attributes. Okay, now the thing is, here you have defined a method. What is a method? Essentially, here you have defined a function. Okay, in simple terms, let's not use the word method, let's use function only. That you have defined a function inside this class. So what is happening is that once someone is initializing the class. Okay, so what is initializing a class mean? It means creating an object of that class. Okay, see, object is the instance of the class. When the class is defined, no memory is allocated until an object of the class gets created. Fine. Now the thing is, someone has passed two parameters. Why it has passed two parameters? Because guys, here we have two attributes, right? This is where the init and self would come into picture. For you guys, it's essentially important to understand that, hey, there are two attributes that I need to pass, and these are the two attributes that I'm going to pass. Now the next question is, there would be a function. Okay, there would be some logic written inside the class. No one does this. Like in coding classes, they give you class dog and stuff. No one makes classes dog and object. Okay, dog and cat class, those are useless classes. Nothing can be achieved. The main thing is that based on user input, can I do some pre-processing? Can I do some pre-processing? That kind of a computation is done over here. So I am doing a pre-processing that I'm returning a message that the coding language for data science is Python, and BI tool is Power BI. Now let me change it. Let me make it as n1. Okay, I'm adding two more attributes. So self dot n1 is equal to n1. Okay, self dot n2 is equal to n2. This is how you define it. Okay, just consider this as plain vanilla Python syntax only. As you would slowly go in depth of things, as and when experience will come, you will understand all these things in a better fashion. But for the time being, just consider it as boilerplate only. Okay, that whenever you are defining something, then you need to just write this way. So this way, this coding, like this thing gets mapped to this thing gets mapped to this thing. Okay, this thing is essentially this thing. See, this coding language, what is this? This coding lang is this. Okay, and that would get assigned to self dot coding lang. I'll tell you. Let me show you. So what is print a dot coding lang? Okay, let me just print a dot coding lang, and it is asking for two more parameters, n1 and 2, 1 1 and 2. See, you got Python. Why? Because this thing is mapped to this class with the help of init and self. Okay guys, now I think it will be clear. Now let's say I've taken two inputs from user, n1 and n2. Guys, see, the main thing is I can write some logic over here. Okay, self dot self dot n1 into self dot n2, self dot n2, and let me, so I'll be calling the function a dot skill. So see guys, why we got this? Because one, let me just make it 5 so that we can see something. See guys, this is what is happening. Okay, the main game that you need to understand is that, hey, we, I can create a class. Why do I need to write oops? That's also very important. Why do we need to write classes and objects? The main thing is, guys, this allows Python code to support modular and reusable code, and this is highly useful in every application. Any Python library you will see, any package, any neural network, anything you will see, guys, it follows this structure only. So you just need to first of all define its attributes over here like this way, and then you need to define some logic function that would be used, and in further that would be called via the normal person. Right? Let's say there is some complex calculation. Let's say you are taking input data and output data, and then someone will just call that method. Okay, this is the power. Let's say you are a senior data scientist and you are working day and night to write this function, and someone which is like, let's say, a junior data scientist, what it will do, it will do testing, because it will call this function. And you have defined everything in a class way such that if user can pass their inputs and then do proper processing of the output. So guys, these type of coding practices are important. Please follow my channel, everything will be taught. I'll give you some use cases as well. Let me go to my YouTube channel. if you will go to my YouTube channel, in the playlist, guys, recently I've added one day complete data science project that's of 56 minutes. That's movie recommendation system with the help of LLMs. So I have specifically shown how you can build a hybrid movie recommendation system that leverages collaborating filtering plus LLMs. Here you will see, guys, how I have defined functions and all. Even I don't think I've defined classes in here, but yeah, this is how it is. And slowly I'll cover more things on OOPS and OOPS based project. Okay guys, so please just try to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Have a great day ahead. Bye. Hi guys, welcome to question 20 for our Python coding series. So guys, today we have an important Python question. Again, if you are applying for 99% of the companies or any data analyst role, you can probably skip it. But if you want to apply it to the top 1% companies and you want to develop a deep understanding of how actually people do coding, this is far still like only at level 1 from level 5, but still you'll start with level 1 and then slowly you'll reach to a place where you can essentially code up systems from scratch, and then given the high amount of engineering involved, you could train your own LLM as well. But it's far away from that, but still. So guys, today's question is coding the forward pass of an RNN. Okay, so guys, this question is sometime asked just to check on your basics, okay, but only in 1% of the companies. Okay, so understand, guys, what is RNN. Obviously all these things would get covered at a decent level in my NLP series, but still right now, as I said, that what is RNN. So RNN is reoccurring neural network or recurrent neural network. Okay, it's essentially recurrent neural network. Now what is the magic out there? The magic is, let's say you have some input, you pass it to a network. Okay, I'm just drawing an arrow and then you get an output. This is known as hidden state. Okay, so essentially in the context of an RNN, whenever an input is passed to it, okay, it updates its hidden state. It updates its hidden state and then moves on to the next layer. Now the main idea is that, just a quick glimpse, that okay, RNN is used for sequential data. Now what is sequential data? So essentially sequential data is the type of data where sequence of data is important. Let's say you have some time series data or language, right? In language, placement has meaning, right? So let's say I'll write I like you, you I like. So you understand, right? This has a particular meaning, even this has a particular meaning, because this is a sequential data. Okay, so essentially sequential data is the data where sequence is important. Now we wish to code an RN. So only thing that you need to know is that this is the little bit theoretical understanding. Then you need to understand that how hidden state and everything gets updated, that we'll see in the code. So let's see the code. Again guys, for some of you this might be a little overwhelming at start, so you can free feel to skip it as well. Don't worry. So essentially guys, this is the main equation that you need to remember, that at ht the hidden state gets updated. Tan h is the activation function to add non-linearity. This is the weight matrix, this is the input, this is the weight matrix, and this is the hidden state at time t minus 1, and this is the bias. So guys, first of all you just initialize the parameters. Okay, here we are multiplying by 0.01 just for scaling effects. You can skip this step as well. So here we have hidden size. What is hidden size? Hidden size is nothing but the number of neurons in your hidden layer. Okay, now we are initializing weights, we are initializing bias. So this is the forward pass. So this type so this type of equation gets written like this. Okay, that np tan h np dot self dot this did this plus this. If you will see, this is nothing but this. So what is the objective of this question is to teach you that how from mathematical equations you can write them into NumPy structure, and this is only the base that you need to know. Rest, if you have good mathematical foundation, you can write and code, but you need to understand that how this needs to be converted into input. Then at an RNN level, sometimes we just generate output out of every hidden layer. So this is the formula for that. Just we multiply the weight matrix with the hidden state and then add the bias, and this hidden state h next is dependent on h previous. So see, as I said, that there is sequential information involved, so the passage happens like this. So guys, rest all is fine. Less is just processing sequence and storing the outputs into a list. But why I am making you do this question, guys? Just spend some time, take any mathematical equation. If you don't understand RNN, I have done with linear regression as well, just to give a flavor of neural network I have seen. See guys, we have discussed about classes. So how does classes and objects actually work? So this is very simple. The main thing is that if in an interview you go and you end up writing code in this format, it's a done deal, guys. You will just make this equation into this format, and then the hidden state, then you would give an output at every state. So like this usually happens, like let me see, I'll draw, don't worry. I'll show you guys in depth only, don't worry, on what is this happening. So if you don't understand neural nets, so you might be a little confused, but what is happening is you have input, and then that input gets passed to hidden layer. Then you have a hidden state, then hidden state gets also passed to the next layer, as well as the next set of input also gets passed, and this keeps on going on. So this is how RNN happens. So in RNN, guys, information flows in a sequence manner, okay, in a sequential manner. So it's best suited for sequential. As I said, guys, a lot of research now is shifted from RNN. Very little people use RNN. Most people have switched to transformers, but the goal is not to cover anything as such. That we will cover in separate lectures. But the main goal, the main idea is to make you understand that how are mathematical functions converted into coding using NumPy and all, so that you guys can also define and actually do this type of coding. Guys, this type of coding is very much used in top companies, okay. I'll be very honest with you, since there are a lot of financial computations as well, okay, for which you might not have a library. This is a great thing, right? Take a financial use case and create a library out of it. So you need to know in-depth coding, right? How to create classes, then how to use NumPy in order to create complex mathematical equation, how to do gradient descent, everything I have shown. This type of thing is not done in 99% of company, but guys, 1% time you might have to do all these kind of things. That is why I have covered here. So guys, it's okay if you are not able to understand this much stuff, but it's good to spend some time and focus on the basics. And we have done 20 questions, guys, so please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And yeah, just have a great day ahead. DM me in case you have any doubts. I'll definitely help you out. Thank you and have a great day ahead. Bye.